Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony. Welcome to another edition of B&A Sports Talk. So, when we brought Jason Garrett in, what did we want? We wanted to repeat what happened in Dallas. We didn't want to just bring him in and be like, let's have some fun times. Let's go 8-8, or now 9-8, or 8-9. We brought him in to help Daniel Jones' career advance, to see if he's the guy or not. Because you saw Tony Romo was able to succeed. Dak Prescott was able to succeed under Jason Garrett. And that's why we brought him in. And the first year it wasn't that great. Now, he admittedly wanted to solve Daniel Jones' interception problem. Now, you can't solve everything at once. I agree with that. We kind of blame Jason Garrett. You take a look at the talent he was kind of dealt with without Saquon and the bad offensive line. So he wasn't dealt the best scenario. But now this year, he is. He's dealt with a really good scenario. And I was like, okay, what made that 2014 team, the Dallas team, so magical? If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Dallas Cowboys in 2014 had one of the best offenses in the league. It was coached by Jason Garrett. There were, what was their record? 12-4. They were first place. They kind of struggled towards the end of the season because of injuries, whatever. But, and then I think that was the year where they lost to Green Bay in the playoffs. But, yeah, so what made them so successful that year? So I did a little bit of study on it, and I think the Giants are a better offense than that team that ended up ranking 5th in points and 7th in yards. Now, Tony Romo, I was watching him. He was hobbled that season. Like well, at that point, he just hobbled the entire time. What he's able to do is deliver accurate balls on time to the place. Now, that's what we think Daniel Jones can be. It starts at the top. It starts at quarterback. Do we think Daniel Jones can be that guy who throws it on time? Yeah. That's what he does. He throws accurate balls downfield. That's the number one priority, which is why I kind of concerned why we didn't focus on the offensive line as much as, we did last year. We have a bunch of youth, which Dallas did at the time. Let's highlight Dallas's offensive line. Now, I just want to mention one more point because I probably want to mention Daniel Jones again. It's his second year in the system. Tony Romo was like 5-6 years in the system, and he was already in like his 9th year in the NFL, so there's a little bit of that. But let's take a look at their offensive line. Tyron Smith in his second year, a guy named Ronald Leary, who actually played really well. He was a kind of a career backup. He had an 80 PFF grade that year. He ran a 5.36, but he only had 3 sacks the entire year. And that's partially because Tony Romo getting the ball out, but partially because his offensive line overperformed their ability. Gates, Travis Frederick, I think he was in his rookie year that year. And now he ended up being a really good center for the Dallas Cowboys. Can Nick Gates be even a resemblance of Travis Frederick? With Zach Martin, I think that was his rookie year as well, or second year. Whatever it was, I think it might have been his rookie year. Zach Martin is just a beast, man. He's a beast of a man. He started right tackle in college, but then he moved over to guard, and ever since then, he's just been a mastermind. Now he makes up for the mistakes that the center makes. The dude's he's basically, what's his name? The guy, Quentin Nelson. That's it. He's a Pro Bowler. We know it's going to happen. And then they had Doug Free, the right tackle, who was basically like a Cam Fleming. But he did only allow 22 QB pressures that year. That was his best year, 80 PFF grade. They have a chart for it. I may or may not have it on YouTube, but the rest of his years were trash. The rest of his years, he let up twice as many pressures at that at least. But it was all about the offensive line. And, obviously the quarterback helps that a little bit. The wide receivers getting open helps that a little bit. But it's that offensive line that was allowing Tony Romo to basically stay afloat. Now, towards the end of the year, they started struggling with the offensive line, which is ultimately why they failed. But why didn't we focus more attention on the offensive line? Why didn't we get one more piece? We have Zach Fulton, who allowed 10 sacks last year. Do you think you can't bank on him being the next Ronald Leary in a way? It could happen. But Shane Lemieux is a big question there because it doesn't allow Daniel Jones to sit back in the pocket and throw and to actually learn the offense in actual game setting legitimately. Okay, now let's get rid of that. That's one of my only gripes today. We went after a wide receiver. We wanted to go after a wide receiver, edge, and a cornerback third. Those are our 3 priorities. Oh, and it just so happens we did that. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, that's exactly what you wanted. And if it was, come on. So let's compare mano a mano. They had one of the best running games that year. I'm taking a look at the running back stats now, because I forgot them off the top of the head. 3rd in attempts, 2nd in yards, 3rd in yards per attempt. Good. DeMarco Murray, 1,800 yards, I believe led the league. They ran him into the ground. Now the Giants are trying to do a more modern offense, more of a 3-headed monster, at least for the beginning of the year. We have some decent depth. We have some decent third-round guys. It's like Saquon's not going to be able to be that workhorse. So you're going to have to rely a little bit more on the pass than what the Dallas Cowboys did. But I think this offensive line is going to be better blocking the run than it is the pass. One, because we did a lot last year, and second, because these guys are known to be better than that, just in general. Before they even got to the Giants, Will Hernandez, that was his thing. It was run blocking, I think. Well, unless I'm totally mistaken, then let me know. So Saquon, can he be DeMarco Murray? Can he be DeMarco Murray? That's it. Jones, can he be Romo? At least a little bit of him, a taste of Romo. A guy in the second year of a contract working out with guys in North Carolina. Can he be that? I think he can be a little bit of Romo. Not the most agile, quickest one, but Romo had a really good job extending plays and firing it. That's something Daniel Jones really needs to work on. Next, Kenny Golladay, can he be Dez Bryant? That's what Dez Bryant wanted, a contested catch guy. A little bit of speed, lost that speed, but ended up being a contested catch guy. That was the number one wide receiver. I think that's pretty much a wash between him and Golladay. Dez Bryant at the time, not Dez Bryant now, obviously. Sterling Shepard and Terrace Williams, not the fastest. Both ran the 4.5s. Well, actually, no. Sterling Shepard was a 4.48. Sterling Shepard, the only thing he has in him, as far as combine testing stats, was the vertical jump, and it wasn't even close. They had the same broad jump, same a lot of things. The things with Terrence Marshall or Terrence Williams. Sorry, I'm gonna keep on saying Terrence Marshall. By the way, I just apologize for that. But he got caught with his body. He wasn't the fastest. But sometimes he's reliable. We need to be. We need a reliable wide receiver just to get up and catch the ball with Daniel Jones' ball placement. And that was pretty much all their wide receivers. I'm taking a look. I'll take a look at the roster again because I have it, just in front of me. But really nothing else was too impressive about their wide receiver core. Let's take a look at the rest of their receiving. I'll just pull it up real quick. The receiving yard getters. It was Dez Bryant, Jason Witten, Terrace Williams, Cole Beasley. Can Kadarius Toney be better than Cole Beasley? That's all we need. That's all we need. And then we have Ingram, Pettis, Slayton left over. As leftovers. Slayton's that 5th round guy that, by the way, he's probably the best wide receiver 4 in the league. One of the best, at least. He's a guy that doesn't have a lot of routes he can run, but he's fast. He can get up and catch it. We saw a lot this rookie year. Maybe he's regressed. I don't know. And then as far as, what did I miss? I missed the tight ends, right? Yeah, Rudolph. Rudolph needs to be Witten. That's why we got him. Over the middle of the field, something that Evan Ingram wasn't comfortable with, whether it's because he's afraid of getting hit, whether it's because his body can't react, whether he needs to play more of a Y role instead of, that inline tight end. But you could play him. You can play him as both. You can play him as that guy who can block. He's a willing blocker. But when you look at him block, it's like, oh, that's a wide receiver blocking, isn't it? No, it's like, oh, it's a tight end. But he's a willing blocker. He's a hard worker. And you got to keep him on the team for this year. It's either the only way we trade him is that if the Giants are bad, or if Evan Ingram's bad. And I don't like that. I don't like that future. Let's just say that. And yeah, so Witten, it's just found the open seams. And I saw Kyle Rudolph get frustrated a lot last year. He was open. He was finding the open spots, but Kirk Cousins was throwing it to other people. And I saw him get really frustrated on the field. Like, hey, I'm open, dude. Throw it to me at least a little bit. He only had 28 receptions last year and 37 attempts. You think he really was that bad? No, it's just that they kind of wanted to go away from Kyle Rudolph. Now, I think he's going to be in better shape this year because he's going to be more motivated, a fresh new start. So I think it's that thing. It's a fresh new thing, a new thing for your family. And then you don't even notice it, but you're going to be in better shape because you just work that little bit harder. And you're like, oh, I just feel better. A little, off season to kind of relax and with your foot injury and just work out, exercise, relax and work out, exercise. Not taking a bunch of hits. They understand your role a little bit better. They want you. They brought you in for some money. They understand your role on the team. That's why they brought you in. Not kind of like the team is shifting identities and all of a sudden you're the guy left out. So, this Giants offense, I made a video about it. I'm like, they're going to be 11th, 12th. That's good enough. Because if you take a look at the Dallas defense that year, they were, I think, 2nd ranked in turnovers. So that's what we want in our defense. That's what we think our defense can be, a turnover machine. Now, Julian Love, can you catch an interception, please? He's always there. Get an interception. You're taking a look at Big Dexy. There's going to be a bunch of guys skirting off the edge where the quarterback doesn't see, a bunch of turnovers. That's what they were. They're number 2 in turnovers on defense. Now, their defensive rushing touchdowns was high. Yards per attempt was pretty high. It was not bad. It was average. Yards per attempt passing was high that year. The thing is, they just their defense locked down when it needed to, and that's what our defense can do. Third downs, knock down when it needs to. I'm curious how they did in third downs. Now I'm looking at it. Third downs wasn't even great for the defense, but the offense, it was good, and that's kind of the recipe. Offense, convert on third downs and red zone, and we'll see. And now we have the weapons to do it, and we have the defensive players to to do it as well. Like, it's that simple. I don't feel like breaking it down because I broke it down in the past. But hope you guys did enjoy this video. I thought I would look down at my phone and be like, oh, it's 7 minutes. I need to keep on talking. But it's 10 minutes already. I've had a good time here. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.